Hi guys, I'm actually going to start a new YouTube channel so you guys can um, learn, and I'm going to do some tutorials on the Silhouette program so y'all can learn how to make the most prettiest stickers ever without any difficulties. Yes, this is something that it takes time with. It's not something that you're going to be like, hey, I want to make stickers and they're going to look just like everyone else's tonight, today, right now. No. Get that out of your head because it's not going to happen. It's going to take some time. You're going to have to watch videos, do some research on how to do everything correctly, but that's what I'm here for. And I'm here, I want to just help you guys because I went through the same thing when I first started learning. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys the complete. This is the designer edition. I did purchase this after I got my Silhouette because there's a lot of different things that you can't do in the free one. So here we go. So you're going to open up your Silhouette program. It's going to look like this. There's a lot of different options. You have like file, you can open, recovered, pick, scan, mat, your library. You can edit all kinds of stuff, view whatever you want, and what you're doing here. Basically all these are right here. So over here is where you can draw your shapes. You have a line, a square, little rounded corners, an oval. This one is draw polygon and some different other shapes, curve shape, excuse me, a regular polygon, text to type, your eraser, your knife when you want to cut things. This is your drawing area. This is to look at all your designs, your library, and this is to the Silhouette store. So then you have your fill button, and it'll bring you some preset colors. You can have your advanced colors. If you have a specific color, you can enter the code right here, which are called the HTML codes, and also your transparency. So if you want the color to be a little bit see-through and whatnot, then it has some patterns that you can fill as long as with some options. Some patterns as well. You got some advanced options. Ooh, where'd it go? So you can do a little scale your pattern, which is like if you put a picture into a shape, this is how you can scale it. So this one's your shadow. I never really use that. Sketching either. Usually that's more like people who draw. Rhinestones. I've never done a rhinestone project. It seems a lot of work. It's not really why I have my Silhouette for. Your effects. I've never really played with either. Your offset is very important, but later we'll get into offsetting. Your line color, as in your shape color, the shape, and it's going to be the line color out of that. And then this is like if your line style, the thickness, how you want it. And this is all your fonts. This is how you're going to pick the font that you want, bold, italic, size, character spacing, your line spacing, and all that good stuff. This one's to move up and down. Usually I just use my arrows, click on the object and move it. Your rotate, I've never really used that either, but scaling is awesome. I never knew you could do this until somebody brought it up to me. If you draw a shape, you can completely do the dimensions right here in your width and your height. And then if you want it specifically, you just unclick your locked aspect and then type in the numbers and click apply. So then your shear align is beautiful, so you can have everything aligned perfectly. Your replicate, perfect. When you have one object, you want to do another one, you just click replicate and it will do the exact same thing to your left, to your right, below, above. I mean, it's an amazing feature. Your nesting, I don't want to get into things that I've never gotten into that I don't find really important with the sticker making. So modify, I've never used. The tracing is also something that we're going to have to get into. Is basically you can bring a picture from Google, whatever, and you're going to trace it so that it has a cut line around the picture and not around the box of the picture. So then this is also very important. Some people have so many problems with this. So if you're using a Cameo, your cutting mat needs to be on Cameo. If you're using a portrait, it needs to be on portrait. You see the difference? Cameo, portrait. I'm using a Cameo, so that's just how I use it. And also, what size of paper are you using? Are you using a letter? Are you using a 12 by 12 size paper? Most of us use the letter size as in to make stickers. But I mean, if you're using vinyl paper, stuff like that, you most definitely need to move that to 12 by 12. Or if you're using a smaller paper, let's say you have a smaller sticker page, like half a sheet, you need to make sure you put that in there so that everything goes correctly and cuts the way you want. Registration marks are the most important thing. I've never printed a page without registration marks. So what you're going to do is click type 1. This works for the Cameo and the portrait, so it doesn't matter which one you have, type 1. So then, now that your registration marks are there, you can only put stuff in the red lines. You cannot put stuff out. So a lot of people find this annoying because, oh, well, I'm wasting a lot of space and all that. So what you can do is make the insets smaller. And I've done this and it's worked perfectly. So you just make them all smaller on each one. And ta-da, you have that. So you have a little bit more space. I mean, the Erin Condren boxes are 1.5 inches, so usually only 4 of them fit in the sheet. But sometimes, if you put them right next to each other without any spaces between, you can fit 5, which I've done before. So it doesn't really matter if you want them normal or like this. So then your grid, I usually keep it off, but you can show grid, show not grid, all that good stuff. And then your cut settings. This is good. Once you have something to cut, you can click, like, let's say text. Text, you never want it to be cut in your shape, so you would put no cut. But like, you have a circle, that's what you want, and you have text inside, cut edge, and make sure there'll be a red line around the circle. And then there's different kinds, and this is where you will start playing with your cut settings. Ooh. Usually I would click on white sticker paper, and this is the good stuff. Your speed, your thickness, make sure your double cut is off, because sometimes you accidentally click it and then you're going to send something through the silhouette and it's going to cut twice, which you don't want. And test cut. Well, this test cut, I preferably don't like it, but later on in another video I will show you how to test cut and only use one sticker sheet paper or whatever paper you're going to use, just one sheet, and you'll figure out with that and just mess around with all the different speeds and thicknesses. Alrighty, what else do we have? And then send to your silhouette. Once everything is ready, of course my silhouette's not connected right now, but once it is, you would just click start and it would start doing its thing. Well, thank you for watching, and my next video will be probably on how to first start making your stickers, designing them, and all that good stuff. So please subscribe and please like if you like this video. Bye guys!